Hi, my name is Bardolph, and today I will be showing you the 7 essential smokes you need on Mirage. What inspired me to make this video was I saw James Bardolph and the Nadeking sort of controversy regarding whether new players needed to learn smokes, if Nadeking should be teaching them so many complex smokes, saying it would help improve their matchmaking experience. But also from my own experience of coaching, a lot of players immediately would just say, what smokes? I need to learn smokes, and that's not really the most important thing to learn. And playing off your teammates, refragging, peeker's advantage and movement, I would say, are so much more important than simply learning smokes. But there are some smokes that are incredibly useful, and just by learning a few smokes, say like 20 max across the whole map pool, that's 7 maps, it's like three smokes a map, I think your play can get so much better. So today I'm going to be showing you 7 smokes. Mirage is probably the most. 7 smokes across both sides of the map that will help you win on Mirage. It's going to be 5 on T side and 2 on CT side. And let's start with the T side, shall we? Okay then, we're going to start with the 3 A smokes. These are the smokes that you will need to take control of the A site. It is possible to take the site without smokes, but taking it with smokes is ideal. We'll start with the smoke from the furthest back. It's also the hardest one to throw. It's for CT. So line yourself up against this railing. Look down the floor to the edge. Now look up here, you see this wooden plank, you follow it into the wall, and you're going to have to jump throw. If you don't know how to get jump throw bind, look it up. And this is probably the hardest one to learn just because of the jump throw element. But if you have a look here, CT perfectly smoked. Be careful, you can throw smokes that have gaps in this bottom right corner, bottom left for the CT, and that can give them a chance to kill the bomb planter. So you want to try and avoid that as much as possible. Let's move on to the second one then. This one's going to be for stairs. This is the easiest one to throw. Just jump up on here, look straight down, try and find this black line. If you can see what I mean, I'll shoot the bottom of it. Find the black line. If you can't see the black line, just aim generally towards the sort of 40% to the left, 60% to the left, sorry, 40% to the right. Sort of mark. Anywhere in this box normally works, not too high obviously, just sort of 30% of the way down. Simple left click throw. Should bounce off Tetris, bounce onto the stairs and land perfectly like that. Okay, last one's the one I find probably hardest to throw myself just because of my own inabilities to throw smokes. Here on the ground there's a crack. I'll turn away and run back. Crack on the ground is here. Line yourself up with it perfectly. Turn, look up here, find the white line on the wall. Look up to about here, halfway across this wooden pillar. Not wooden, stone thing, pillar thing. Just left click through like that, and it should bounce just about on the stairs and land in the middle. There is a tiny gap on the left and a tiny gap on the right, but that's sort of, it has to happen with this sort of smoke. Just be careful of it and always be watching the smoke in case someone's trying to run up here and play bench and try and catch you off guard. Okay, so your 3 smokes in tandem will look like this. One here, one here, and one here. And this, obviously the jungle smoke will be better, but this will be able to help you take the A site successfully, and it's incredibly common across all matchmaking games at a high level. Moving back to T-spawn, I'm going to show you the only mid smoke that I'm going to include in my essentials. It's not going to be a window smoke, it's actually going to be a top mid smoke. So you see this bin in T-spawn, people often forget about it. You're going to want to jump on top of it, get yourself nice into the corner, and see this triangle that's almost made with this area. You want to aim in the middle of the triangle and just a simple left click through, and that will land perfectly top mid. This will allow you to get out and cross successfully. There will be no chance for the window player to see past you as you turn across. There will be a gap short, but by the time you're mid you should be able to fight this guy. This guy won't be able to be there before you are, unless they do the mid window jump, which if they do, fair play to them, that's very well played, very little you can do about that. But that smoke will help you get to the barrels and maybe push down to short. You can also throw a Molotov through it to try and get rid of the window player, or a grenade. Just left click nice and high like that. Maybe try and aim more centrally because then he can run over to the right side and still face. But you get the general idea. That's still way off to the right, straight out like that. Simple as. And this one smoke will increase your success at mid like almost 2 times, just because of how powerful the AWP is, just sitting there being able to pick off the T's as they push. The last essential smoke I want to talk through is one people don't often talk about, and that's going to address the problem of whenever you're pushing up connector, you sort of have to fight the short guy and try and hold outside at the same time. So this simple smoke from underpass will help resolve that. So in underpass, you want to get yourself into this corner here, lodged against this edge of the arch. You want to look up, see where this cable meets the red rooftop, and you're just going to simply left click. And this will land perfectly covering the left and right, so the short player cannot push. It's also possible, if you guys know a jump throw bind, to get into the same corner, and you want to aim somewhere around here and jump throw. And this jump throw will cause the smoke to go further back, which will give you a little bit more breathing room, but in the end it doesn't really matter. Maybe a bit more to the right to try and prevent gap towards ladder room. But generally that smoke is a simple enough left click. You don't really need to jump through one, and it should be good to help you take either window or connector, whatever you feel like. Now let's move on then to the CT side. Okay, now for our first CT smoke. It's going to be for ramp, as you can see. And a lot of people think they don't need to smoke ramp, they just sort of chuck one like that. But the thing is about smokes like this is they often leave a gap either in this corner or on the left side, so you really want to be careful throwing ramp smokes. This one is one you're going to have to kind of throw quite quickly to prevent the T's getting out ramp. You're going to quickly run into this corner here, beside these pipe barrel-y things. Go to triple box, you see the stamp, and left click on the top right corner of the stamp. I threw it really quickly by accident, but it did land perfectly. That's sort of how fast you should be throwing it in the game. Top right of that stamp from this corner, and the left click, and you should be good to go. It's time for our final smoke. This one's going to be streamlining, basically the same way the ramp smoke was, the smoke that people sometimes throw like that, which isn't very good of course because they can still pick the window. If you throw it deeper, it's still not very useful. So let's streamline it. Let's go to the bin here, a very different sort of bin than the one in T-spawn. Get into the corner nice and simply. See the shadow on the roofing? I'm going to move to the slightly to the right of the shadow, and then it's just a simple left click throw. Should go through the second window, the one with the bars, and land here perfectly, preventing a push from the T side. Worth pointing out is that if you throw the smoke, they could still already be out apps if they're rushing B as quickly as they can. So maybe don't do this smoke on a pistol round, only do it on a round where if they're playing a bit slower and you know that they won't just be straight rushing B. Maybe have your teammate ready in case there's a rush with a Molotov, being able to molly it before they get out. But that's going to conclude our smokes. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more maps, please just ask me. I'm tempted to do more maps. I think Mirage is probably one of the maps that even has the most essential smokes, there being 7 that I've just shown you. So please comment if you want what map I should do next. I'm thinking of doing Inferno because I think there's only about 4. See if you can think what those are. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.